Hello and welcome to my video tutorial on Beginner's Java Part 3. Now in my last video we did the phone bill exercise. And to be honest, this is a useless program as it doesn't, it only serves you. You can't have a user use your program because they'd have to change the code to change the variables. Now what you need to remember is that in Java, there are many tools you can import into the program to use for your code. One of them is called a scanner. What a scanner does is scan the user input. So for example, if you type a question saying, what is your name? And they write Alex, what a scanner will do is save that Alex as a variable into your program, so the user can define some of the variables. To do this, we're going to create a new class called test scanner. The first thing we have to do is import it. So then, to import it, what we have to do is write this piece of code at the top, because what you're doing is importing a object into the program rather than actually getting your computer to do something. So what we do is we type import java.util, util stands for utility, .scanner with a capital S. It's a capital because again the scanner is an object, and objects always starts with a capital. Now in the main section of our code we're going to declare a variable which is a scanner. So we say scanner, which is the variable type, just like a double or a boolean or a string, etc. Scan1 equals, so now we're saying the variable scanner named scan1 equals new scanner open bracket system dot in close bracket semicolon. And remember, the system has to start with an S also because the system is also an object. Now you have your scanner scan1. Now we'll do a quick question. So we can type system dot out dot print line what is your name? Underneath this line of code we write string, because we're going to save this name as a string variable. String name equals scan1 dot next open bracket close bracket. It is important to put those brackets in there because otherwise the code won't work. Now we can see if the program has saved the user input as a variable called name. So we'll write system.out.println name semicolon. So now if we run the program, in the console I'll ask for the name. I'll write Alex, and you can see here the console has printed out Alex. So what it does is it takes my user input, which I wrote, saves that, or defines the variable name as my user input using the scanner, and then has saved it and printed it out. Now if you want to use a number, for example, it's a little different. Instead of name we'll write number. Now it's safest to go with a double here because an integer, it might go completely wrong because the user input might not be an integer, it might be several digits, and then the entire program will crash. So what we're going to write is double num1 equals scan1.next, but here, because what the scanner automatically scans is a string variable. So what we're going to have to do is tell the scanner to scan a double. So after the next we put capital D double, and then we change the variable name to num1. Now we're saying we're telling the scanner to scan the next double. And if we run that, it says what is your number? I will write 10, and it gives me back 10. Now there are so many ways you can use this. You can make like a fun little program for your friend, but there are more useful ways you can apply this also. Let's try and incorporate this method into our phone exercise so that it's not only useful to us, but anybody who uses it, who has the same phone plan. So first we'll import the scanner. And then we'll declare it as a variable. And now, instead of declaring our variables up here and assigning them a value, we can get some user input. So we'll ask a question like, how many minutes was your call? And now we can declare this variable down here, and we can delete this number because that was the number we used, and instead we do this. Now we can ask a question, was it a night call?